They beat me in front of my daughter. But I made them regret it forever. If you won't pay your sister's rent, you're not part of this family. That was my mother's voice, cold, cruel, and echoing through my living room in Chicago. Then came the slap, followed by another. My father grabbed my wrist, screaming about loyalty, shame, and how dare you put yourself above your family. My daughter, Ava, just 6 years old, stood frozen in the hallway. She didn't cry. She didn't run. She just watched her mother being humiliated by her own parents. And in that moment, something inside me snapped. They wanted rent money for my freeloading sister, Layla, again. I'd already paid her car note, her tuition, which she dropped out of, and even her Bali vacation. But when I finally said no, they turned violent. They thought I'd take it. They thought I'd crawl back. Instead, I made a plan. 1 month later, I invited them all to a fancy downtown steakhouse. My treat. Oh, she's finally come to her senses, I heard my mum whisper to my dad. Layla arrived late in a fur coat I paid for last Christmas. When they sat down, champagne already waiting, I handed each of them a black folder. "What's this?" my father asked, flipping it open. His face drained. Inside was a full financial report. Every dollar I'd spent on Layla, every receipt, every transfer, every favor. Also inside, screenshots, emails. Layla had been selling nude photos online using my identity, using my name, my bank details, even my face. It was a whole operation. One I discovered after Ava's school called about inappropriate photos linked to her guardian. The FBI file. Already opened. I turned to my parents and smiled. "You beat me in front of my daughter. For a criminal." My mom stammered, This can't be real." "Oh, it's very real. And here's the deal. I either go public and press charges fully, or you walk away from my life forever. No calls, no visits, no lies to Ava about why Grandma and Grandpa are busy. You disappear." They tried to laugh it off, until I showed them the final page. An email from my lawyer. The lawsuit. The restraining order. The civil claim for emotional trauma and defamation on behalf of Ava. They didn't see the cameras I'd hidden at the table. They didn't know the footage was live streamed to my attorney. They didn't realize the restaurant was owned by one of my close friends. By morning, Layla's fake accounts were shut down. My parents' faces were plastered on every legal blog in Illinois. And me? I wasn't just a single mom anymore. I was the woman who stood up, turned pain into power, and protected her daughter warrior precision. Now Ava looks at me like I'm a superhero. And you know what? I am. They thought they could break me. Instead, they watched me rise. And if you've ever been underestimated, betrayed, or pushed too far, subscribe, like, comment, and remember, don't mess with a woman protecting her child.